Hi, it's Shiwa, and it's sweaty. It's a sweaty day. I am on a mission to find a foundation that will work for me, and I have been using some heavy ones lately, so I'm trying to switch it up and do something a little more on the medium at most coverage versus something that claims to be high coverage. Because there's not a lot of pigment that I need to cover, it's more texture, I'm thinking, alright, my biggest qualm with high coverage foundations is that they're going to settle into the pores, and I mean, I have an oily face. There's no really stopping that, I don't think. So, if I do a lighter one, perhaps the after effects won't be so bad, and it'll just do some nice evenness. And if I have something that I really need to cover, I can use a concealer. So not only am I going to be reviewing the McGrath Skin Fetish foundation in light medium 11, but I will also be reviewing the concealer in LM12. So I do have a spot here, and I have something in my eyebrow too, which I did get out. Oh, that's why my face is like this. Well, my camera died because I am ill-equipped and irresponsible. Now what I was saying is that I already have put some sunscreen on, and I am priming my face with this, which is a one-hit item prime set and refresh face mist. It is supposed to be a primer, but also more a setting spray, I feel like, and then a refresher. But I just have that on so far, so please take a look. I feel like my phone camera looks a little more forgiving, so apologies. I will be switching back to my camera once it's charged when I do a check-in, because I don't think it's going to charge in time for the immediate after. So that's what it's looking like. See if I can just put this on right here. That's nice. So I'm going to put the foundation on overall, and then I will go in with the concealer for certain parts. On this half of my face, I'm going to use a sponge, and on this half, I'll use a brush. Very drippy, very light, liquidy foundation, not too thick. That's what I'm looking for, baby. Ooh, that looks pretty sheer, huh? So that's the entire face. Let's get a close-up look. This is the side with the sponge. It is a little less, or it's a little more matte, I would say, because, you know, it's a sponge. It's kind of going to absorb the shine and the oils and all of that. And this is the side with the brush. I think I like the sponge a little better. I mean, I think it definitely evened out some redness, but overall I would say it's on the lighter side of medium coverage, if we can call it that. You could see when I put it on, even thickly, you could see the transparency, the texture of it is very liquidy, so of course it's not, it was translucent, yes. And now here is the concealer. I don't really feel like I have things under my eye that I need to conceal, but also things come off my nose very easily, as it does for most people, so let's cover that up. Okay, I think the concealer did a pretty good job. The concealer is definitely more of a medium. I wouldn't say high coverage. Now I see some pretty intense foundations that are quite similar to this concealer's coverage abilities, but this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for high coverage right now. I'm just trying to do little touch-ups for the bad areas and then do a lighter foundation just to keep things as natural and skin-like as possible, because I'm just not into that caked up look anymore. I'm not built for it. And now I'm going to do the rest of my face. Ooh, I don't know why it's so close. How do I? That's 1 time. Just keep my arm out like this. All right, this is what it looks like. Here's the finished look. I think it looks really nice so far. It is obviously just immediately after applying, so I mean, if it didn't look good, we'd have a problem. I just put the same primer setting spray on over, you know, some Laura Mercier translucent powder, all of that, a little blush. And I will check back in 6 hours. Oh wait, let me get really close. Hope that's a good view for you. Not too matte, though I put a lot of powder on, so if it's a little matte looking, it's my bad. Not too dewy, just definitely skin-like, in my opinion. Yeah, wow, I would totally leave like this. I am. Feel confident, really nice. I definitely think the sponge is the way to go, and it just melds pretty nicely. I'm saying the sponge is the way to go if you have large pores or acne scars like I do. So yeah, see you in 6 hours. Okay, we are here. We are shiny. I just got off FaceTime with my boyfriend and he was like, wow, you're really shiny. He like could see that I was scrolling around on Twitter because he could see the reflection of my phone screen from from the slick of my face. You could see the changing colors. So it's definitely bad. There was a pimple here. This is hair dye, by the way, sorry. There is a pimple there. It's not there anymore, I took care of it. But yeah, when I put foundation on, I didn't point it out because I didn't even realize I had one until later. Crazy. Okay, if we zoom in, however, I wish it wasn't so yellow, but that's just all the lighting I have. Oh, you know what? Sarah, use your brain. We have built-in flashlights on her phone. Boom. So yeah, she's shiny. Oh my god. So when I say I have oily skin, you cannot say this is not oil city. If this was a regular day, I'd put powder on, definitely at this point. So I'm gonna put powder on and then we're gonna come back because this is not the fault of the foundation, okay? Anything that I wear, it'll be like this, and the foundation never claimed to be an anti-oil thing, so. Alright, now that I've gotten a little better of a view, also this pimple was not got actually when I took a closer look, so I had to get it because I have a problem. Now it looks a little better that it's been de-slicked, but I did notice that the foundation was almost entirely gone from like my nose and here. So if anything were to touch my face while it was in the oily state before I powdered, it would come off. Definitely not a transfer resistant thing when it comes to really oily skin like myself, but if you have dry skin, I'm sure you'll have better luck. And I think on its own it didn't look bad, but of course to oil control I use a powder. Maybe if I use oil blotting sheets I would not have this issue, but if I use a powder, the powder kind of is concentrating with whatever foundation went into my scar, like the pit of my scars, and they definitely form their own little party, like a concentrated area right over there. And that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid, because at that point, you know, I feel like it exaggerates the pore and the scar, and I'm kind of like, well, I genuinely like this look of my skin with no makeup on then compared to this. Ultimately, I love the way my skin looks like right when I put foundation on and my makeup is set. I would like that to stay, because I think it looks nice and it blurs things out, but then when the makeup settles, you know, it's just exaggerating. So of course you'd rather just have your face without the makeup on it, or the bad makeup on it. That being said, after I did my whole face, I do think it's actually more of a medium coverage foundation. Pretty solid there. I love the look of it when it was done, and I wish it stayed a little longer. I think I might just have to play around with the powders, but so I like it much better than NARS Soft Matte. It's in the runnings, it's up there for an everyday makeup look where I'm not out for too long. Thumbs up to Pat McGrath. I think I can make it work. I'm not sure, what do you think? I actually don't think it's that bad. So obviously not perfect, but not that bad. My standards in the bar is low. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm so sorry I have this distracting mark on the top of my lip as I was talking this entire time. But I'll catch you later. What? Have a wonderful day.